Now, why is this being called Israel's 9/11? The sheer scale of the terror attack carried out by Hamas makes one say so. So, if you look at the numbers, 1,400 Israelis killed in the Hamas terror attack of October 7, till last count came in. Now, if you look at this as a proportion of the population of Israel, Israel's population is about 10 million, 1,400 dying. Now, if you extrapolate that, so for example, if this kind of terror attack had happened in the United States, then about 40 to 50,000 people would have died. Now, look at how many died in 9/11, about 3,000. That's the scale. Let's extrapolate it further. If a similar attack, for example, like 26/11 happened in India, if the scale of 26/11 was of the kind that has happened with Israel on October 7, 200,000 people would have died. Now imagine the scale of tragedy if 200,000 people die in a terror attack. That's why it is 9/11 for Israel. Number one. Number two, why it's 9/11? The intelligence failure. Now, everyone thought that Israel always remains on top of the game when it comes to intelligence, keeping eye on the enemy. It's surrounded by enemy nations. It was surprised once in 1973 during the Yom Kippur War. In fact, ironically, as it happens, the Hamas terror attack of October 7 happened exactly on the 50th anniversary of the Yom Kippur War. Israel was caught off guard then with the coalition of Egypt and Syria and Lebanon and Jordan attacking Israel. Israel, of course, hit back and then they won that war in 1973, but then they were caught off guard like they were caught off guard this time. So it was 9/11, or it is 9/11 for them because of the scale of the tragedy, the number of people killed, and the kind of intelligence failure. Of course, Israel is getting back with the counteroffensive. It's believed that they will make sure that Hamas does not stand on its feet for any time in future. And also look at it this way. Israel and the kind of narrative that was there around Israeli defense forces, the Shin Bet, the Mossad, everything came undone on that day for a few hours. And that's the reason, the tragedy, the scale of the tragedy, the intelligence failure, despite the aura, everything coming undone, that makes one say that this is Israel's 9/11. Hopefully they will get back in a little smarter way vis-a-vis the Americans, because after 20 years of war, America had to make a retreat, which was not the best picture that the United States as a superpower could have provided. But hopefully Israel would do better.